Pretty Girl Club. Cleo Trappa released a song that didn't chart, and Ekane has gained yet another 200,000 subscribers on TikTok. So I just wanted to point this out because I am watching this in real time how the unambiguous black female community claims to care so much about colorism, and they seem to have all this outrage, and they complain so much about how nobody supports unambiguous black women. Well, here's the proof right here. We are watching it in real time. A lot of people say, well, the industry is colorist and everybody else is a colorist and people don't support dark-skinned black women. Okay, well, Cleo Trappa's song is not on the charts. If you look at the screenshot here, it says that she got 0 airplay on the charts in 0 countries. Oh, and by the way, for those of you who said that Cleo Trappa was not clout chasing, clearly she was clout chasing because she tried to utilize this whole situation with Ice Spice to release a mediocre, low budget rap song that dark skinned black women did not support. And so I don't want to hear anything else about how all the mixed race people are colorist or the light skinned people are colorist or it's the industry's fault. No. Who are the main followers of women like Ekane on TikTok? Her main audience is dark skinned, unambiguous black women. So why is it that Ekane is supposedly this big bad colorist and she's such a bad person, yet from the time that I first started reporting on Ekane, she has gained an additional 400,000 followers? And you expect me to believe that it's white people who are the main ones supporting Ekane? No, her content is literally catered towards the African American community. And then when it comes to Cleo Trappa, all of those people that were underneath the impressive channel saying, oh, well, she was treated like a dark skinned sidekick, and I don't like how the industry treats dark skinned black women. We need to stream their music. Okay, well, it didn't work because, like I said, all of this stuff is fake outrage. A lot of women will try to use colorism, texturism, or featureism, and they'll weaponize it against a person that they're mad at. So that is their main tactic for cancel culture. They will try to weaponize your light skin tone against you. Or if they just don't like you, they'll try to use different isms to make you look like a bad person. And so this is why I say burn the cape, Pretty Girl Club. Do not cape for women who wouldn't cape for you. I do feel like sometimes women will support you in the beginning, or like when they feel like you are relatable to them, when they feel like you're struggling or being abused or whatever, then you are their ally. But suddenly, as soon as they get mad, you're a colorist, texturist, featurist, self-hater, anti-black. And then they'll try to weaponize that against you. And then they will try to utilize systematic racism to back up their talking points as if they themselves are not the same ones who follow people like Ekane and make them more famous. So it's like the black community claims to be so intellectual and so smart and so strategic, and then they'll say things like, you're not like us, like basically you don't have the same swag, you don't have the same social strategy, you wouldn't be where you are if it weren't for us. Okay, so if you've got so much going for yourself and your community is so poppin' like that, why did Cleo Trappa not chart? People said that Cleo Trappa was a better singer or she was a better rapper than Ice Spice, and she's prettier, she looks better, and she's, a rich Nigerian or whatever. Okay, so then where's the proof of that? Where are the receipts? Show me the receipt. Because if I look at these receipts, the receipts show that people are more interested in Ekane. It shows that black women, they're more interested in Ekane than they are in Cleo Trappa, because Ekane has literally gained 400,000 subscribers after being called a colorist. You would think that she would kind of lose her following or fall off or at least plateau. I don't know. But nope. She has gained 400,000 subscribers. Almost 500,000 new TikTok followers have come to Ekane's channel after she was called a colorist. So do you see what I mean about how it's a bad social strategy and about how cancel culture doesn't work? So this is why I say to those of you in the Pretty Girl Club, never allow other people's fake outrage to stop you from doing what you want to do in life. Because if you're good at your craft, and if you have undeniable talent, as both Ekane and Ice Spice do, then nobody can stop you. especially if you've already reached a certain level. Like, and for those of you who say, well, these people are not talented enough to be as famous as they are, okay, well, the receipts show that clearly you don't care. And clearly you support mediocre people because you're ignoring Cleo Trappa's music right now. Why are there no unambiguous black content creators that announced that Cleo Trappa had a song? Why am I the only person talking about it? Why am I the only person that's making videos about Cleo Trappa right now? Oh, what? It's because unambiguous women themselves don't care about other unambiguous women? Yeah, I know. And so this is what I mean when I expose the hypocrisy, and I'm going to keep on exposing it. We are now witnessing this in real time. We are witnessing bad social climbing strategies in real time. So I don't want to hear anybody say anything about how, oh, well, Ice Spice doesn't deserve to be where she's at, and Cleo Trappa is so much more talented. Okay, well, clearly your fellow unambiguous black women don't think so, because her song that she just released couldn't even clear the top 200 on the charts. And clearly you guys don't care because you're not donating to Cleo Trappa, you're not giving her money, you're not purchasing her albums because Cleo Trappa couldn't even afford a chicken salad when she was hanging out with Ice Spice. And Cleo Trappa thought that she would be able to basically flex on Ice Spice and kind of destiny swap with Ice Spice and steal her fame and, kind of replace her. And that's another thing. A lot of women, they wish they could replace you. They want your pedestal. It's not about the colorism. It's not that they actually care about colorism, because a lot of them are colorist, texturist, and featurist themselves, as we can see right here. They would rather follow an Ekane than a Cleo Trappa. Let that sink in. So a lot of them, if they're calling you colorist for succeeding based on your phenotype, then they themselves are the colorists because they would rather support someone like Ekane versus themselves. And so it's like, okay, well then if I'm a colorist, then I guess we're all colorists. We're all colorist, texturists, and featurists then. Okay, so now what? Cleo Trappa still has flopped on the charts. She still did not succeed as much as she thought she would, or as much as Ice Spice. If anything, Ice Spice helped her to gain more listeners to her music. Cleo Trappa has one good song, the rest are mediocre at best. Ekane, even though you may think she's colorist, texturist, or featurist, Ekane is funny as hell. She is a comedic genius. She's highly organized and consistent in her content. And she knows how to use relatability as well as her aspirational beauty so she can succeed. And that is Ekane's strength. And that's another thing. Have you ever noticed that whenever people view you as the privileged person, they can't admit when you have a strength? Ice Spice, her strength is obviously social climbing. So for the people who say, well, she's not even a good rapper, okay, well, if anything, that means that she's even better at social climbing then, because Baby Storm said that Ice Spice was able to network her way into creating chart topping music by networking with producers, and that her beauty basically was alluring enough to draw in someone like Riot, or her beauty, her personality, her femininity, her ratchetness, whatever it is, was able to draw in a super talented producer like Riot, because I really think Riot is a star. So she was able to draw in somebody like that. And even if they don't love each other, even if it's just like a publicity type of thing, or it's like social climbing is still a skill. So that means that she is still an extremely talented powerhouse in terms of social climbing. So have you ever noticed how if you're pretty or if you have any sort of things going for you, other women can't admit it because, that's just too triggering. I can't admit that you're both pretty and a good social climber at the same time. Because, by the way, those are two different skills. Those are two different things. One of them you might be born with or you're able to purchase. The other one, you can't purchase that. You got to work on that, social climbing. I've noticed that's the biggest weakness of a lot of women with inferiority complexes, because the inferiority complex will always hold you back from social climbing. Like, if you assume that this guy's automatically going to be colorist, texturist, featurist, anti-black, he won't like you, you're going to have a hard time socializing. You're going to have social anxiety. You're not going to be able to network. You won't be able to schmooze or kind of code switch or do whatever you have to do so you can succeed. And that is the issue that I will continually point out. And I will continue to point out the fake outrage Oh, everybody, you're so colorist, texturist, and featurist. Cleo Trappa's a better rapper than Ice Spice. Well, according to the numbers, she must not be, because you guys didn't care enough to get her on the charts. You guys didn't care enough to make her song go on TikTok or, do a GoFundMe for Cleo Trappa. Instead, you guys are creating more financial opportunities for Ekane because she has gained almost 500,000 subscribers after being called colorist. So it's almost as if her being colorist and the extra attention catapulted Ekane into an even higher level of fame, which is exactly what I predicted because this is a sociology channel. So, sociology is the study of society, it's the study of how societies work. And this is how the Black community works in a lot of cases when it comes to celebrities or influencers or people like myself. Anyway, what do you ladies think? Let me know in the comments section, and I'll talk to you next time. Stay pretty, ladies.